That's funny, when we first started doing this, like if we'd found the base of a grenade, we'd be jumping for joy, but we're just finding them everywhere now. G'day everybody and welcome back to Camp Carter Adventures. Well, today we've come out to Wacol to do a bit of exploring around what's known as Pooh Corner. Now, back in World War II, this was an American base built by the Americans called Camp Columbia. Camp Columbia is very famous. There's plenty of people who have been out here to do metal detecting and videos of it. Now there's various reasons why this bushland is called Pooh Corner, but the most likely one is this very large old brick sewerage tank. There's also another theory that back in the day when there was no sewerage and people had thunderboxes, the locals around here used to collect their thunderboxes and they used to dump them into Sandy Creek, and the associated smell gave it the name Pooh Corner. You can actually climb up on this tank. You can see the old brickwork there. I'm pretty sure they would have been local bricks. This whole Wacol Red Bank area is well known for its brick making plants. And that down there looks like an old brick pumping station. We'll go and have an explore of that. But before I do, we're actually not here to look at old sewage plants. There's a lot of websites and a lot of exploration been done about the World War II history of Camp Columbia and this Bushland Reserve. But Harry, the digging detective, and I have discovered that there's a couple of sites that are well into the bush that we suspect may not have been explored. So that's going to be our plan today. But we'll just have a bit more of a explore around here for the moment. So this just looks like it's another round tank. It's pretty cool how all the trees have grown out of the top of it. So I'm going to go and find the digging detective, and then we're trying to hopefully find some old World War II sites. So we've just come up to, oh, that's pretty crappy. No. So we've just come up to our first location that we suspect, and Harry's already hit a target, and
that is the bottom of a hand grenade.
That's awesome. So I think they did say they did hand grenade training here. I'm sure I read somewhere. I'll find that out, but that is definitely the bottom of a hand grenade. That's our first target we've actually hit, so there must be a lot more out here.
Yeah.
Now, one of the big dangers you have when you do metal detecting or relic hunting is that generally you find something in the first 5 minutes that you're here, and then you spend the next 3 hours finding absolutely nothing. Hopefully it's not going to be the case this time. So I believe I'm about 40 or 50 yards away from this trench, and I'm hoping that I can find something that looks like it was built by the army back in World War II. It's this little water hole over here. That's what I've been looking at. So it's definitely some form of jetty. It looks like there was a walkway down here at some point. So I'll get the digging detective out here, give it a quick whiz around. So the last 10 minutes I've been gone, Harry's picked up a bunch more hand grenade fragments there. What's that one there? Is that the top of it, is it?
Yeah, so that's the bottom, that's like the inside top.
Oh yeah, with a pin.
Yeah, I think that's where the spring goes, maybe?
Oh yeah, oh cool. Yeah, awesome. Well, we'll go back down with the metal detector to this gully. So what we're going to do is we're going to concentrate on this area directly to what looks like at some stage was either a bridge or some kind of jetty or pontoon that led into this little water hole just here. Harry's just found another target, so we'll go back over there. So we're down about 2 inches now. Probably 2 getting into 3 inches.
It's part of the spring casing for a grenade. Yeah, so the spring, the gunpowder goes on the outside and that houses the spring.
Yeah, not really. So most likely this was a hand grenade range used by the Australian Army post-war, because the Dutch didn't move out of here until 1947, so this was a part of the Wacol training base up until I think the 1980s. Have to check that out. Yeah, we're back at it. More hand grenades. We're in a different spot here. Let's go with the target in this little creek that I found. What is that? That is a weird
Plastic bullet.
plastic bullet.
Yeah.
Oh, is it white plastic, is it?
Yeah.
We'll have to look into that one. I mean, again, like I said, I think this was the Wacol training ground for quite a while, up until the 1980s. So do a bit of research and see if we can... It's not like a shotgun casing, is it? Or is that just a plastic bullet?
So what I think's happened is the plastic is kind of corroded and the gunpowder inside has actually hardened.
Oh, there you go. So it could have been like a training bullet, a blank. Yeah. Cool. If you know what that is, drop a message in the comments.
Yeah.
Nope. There it is.
Oh, there we go.
What's that?
Did a grenade as well.
Right, Harry's just got a really big target here. I think it's the base of it. Is that the base of one?
Oh, no. It's just a...
Just the base of another grenade. Just the base of another grenade we found. That's funny, when we first started doing this, like if we'd found the base of a grenade, we'd be jumping for joy, but we're just finding them everywhere now.
Another grenade base.
Oh, yeah. So at some point in the last 80 years, I was throwing hand grenades into this trench here. So where we are right now is we're halfway between the Queensland Correctional Centre, which is over that way, which is the state's, one of the state's main prisons, and then the Arthur Gorrie Correctional Centre, which is the other main prison on the other side, just near the Ipswich to Brisbane railway line. And so far I'm pretty happy, because what we've proved is that despite the fact that this area has been combed extensively by metal detectors and the like for decades, we're still finding remnants of its military heritage. We've stumbled across this here, which is an old sewer tank. Harry's just got a bit of a target over here. I'm not quite sure what he's got. Seems to be a lot of broken glass and ceramic around here, and he's just pulled up a...
tube.
Oh yeah, oh, like a tube, like a toothpaste tube.
Yeah.
Yeah. I reckon we give it a go and try and open up this storage tank. I don't have a torch. I probably do have a torch with me. Not sure whether you can see down there. It actually looks like it may have been a septic pit, because it runs down the bottom there. You can't quite see, but it's only as big as this. It's only as big as this concrete drum. Harry's just ripping his fingers off by putting it back down. But that's cool. Oh, that's interesting. So if you ever want a bunker or a hideout, come up to Pooh Corner. There's a beautiful little one there. It's like zombie apocalypse bunker. So we're just a little bit further on from the sewer pit, and we've managed to find this target, and it's an old plate. Just be careful. Is there anything written on the back of it? It doesn't look like it's made out of steel. I'm not sure whether it's a military plate. We found these 2 bricks on top of it, and Harry's just cleaned up this plate. It's in really good condition. What would be awesome is to find some cutlery to match it. So we still haven't reached the site that I've been looking for, because we stumbled across the old sewer pit. All of these tree stumps here have been cut down. This is a very, very old bottle. It could be 1966. I don't know what that means. It's an old beer bottle, crown seal, doesn't have any labels on it. And just as I speak, Harry's pulled up a beer bottle from 1943. So that one there, that's off the old, they call it a clawfoot bath? I think they do. Alright, so I'm super excited about this because we are in the middle of a dump site. I believe this here Harry's just pulled up is an MRE, it's a military meal ready to eat tin lid. I'm going to do a separate video of us cleaning this up. I started to rub it, but some of the writing there, which says score, it started to disappear. So I'll do a separate video of us cleaning that one up. So I guess what we're trying to establish here is whether... Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. Have a look at this. You know that septic pit? I reckon this here is the septic tank that runs all the way down to that septic tank that the septic pit we found before, because the pipe is in the same direction. There should be another one. I'm not sure, that looks downhill that way though, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm probably going to get in that and have a look and see if I can find anything that's come down the drain. So I'm just in this pit now. I don't know if you can see, but I've opened it up and I've pulled out a coin. Now my eyesight's pretty ordinary and it's a pretty dirty old coin, but so let's say the four options. One is it's going to be an old Australian coin, two it's going to be a US coin, three it's going to be a Dutch coin, or four it's going to be a horrible old decimal coin. I'm pretty sure that we've just found a halfpenny. Does the halfpenny have a kangaroo on it?
Yeah, it does.
Definitely have a king's head on it. We just got to work out what year it is, but that's pretty cool. It looks very old, very corroded, and now covered in spit. That's an old copper spoon. There's the one for your plate.
Yeah. Alright, go.
Harry, that's another coin. There's another, that's like a little tiny one.
So, I'd say that's a sixpence. So, in this hole here, already 3 coins.
And more to come, hopefully.
We have just found another halfpenny in this hole. So that makes 4 halfpennies and
is that an American
one more. That is 1 shilling.
Is it?
Yep.
We've got something else here as well.
That is a King George 1 shilling. So that makes, what, 5 coins in the same hole. 3 halfpennies, 1 shilling, and 1 sixpence.
Harry, you feel me right now? Another spoon. It's an old copper one as well.
2 spoons in the same hole. That's actually a different one.
That's a washer. Oh, it's a copper washer.
Copper washer. So once again we are back with our 6th coin. That is a penny. That's a full-size penny. Oh, it's not a kangaroo penny, it's one of the older ones.
Is it? Maybe like what, early?
I forgot when pennies were first.
That didn't even go off.
Yeah.
We could probably gather whole out these pipes and find bits of everything.
Probably.
And I've still got another out in that decay.
Oh.
There's a handful of stuff just there. Pull that bad boy out. Another spoon.
Another spoon.
Hang on, what's that?
Makes our 3rd spoon.
Alright, so I've extricated myself out of that hole. I think we're going to call it a day today because it's pretty hot out in the sun, but we're definitely going to come back out here and do a part 2 on this area. In the meantime, stay safe and have a great day.